Hello everyone. This is the blockchain based smart P2P real estate. It's it is a blockchain project which I'm doing as part of my master's in financial technology. Actually, blockchain is being introduced in the Bitcoin, which is used to avoid the double spending in the Bitcoin transactions. I've been using this blockchain based project, which is for the uh, purpose of the real estates where the sellers can buy the property with using the cryptocurrencies. So let's start with the project. This is my test RPC which is running right now. It's like RPC is nothing but the remote procedure call, which acts as a medium between the my smart contracts blockchain and also it acts as a medium between my D app. D app is nothing but a decentralized application and blockchain. Okay, so it just connects three of them like D app, blockchain, and smart contracts. D app acts as a front end where the customer is able to make the interaction with the blockchain by by the D app. Where smart contract will be assigned with the previously assigned with the functionalities like how the application going to perform. So test RPC is it will be running in my system, and um, this is the location where my project resides, which is nothing but a P2P real estate. So I'm going to before starting my application, I have to make sure that my contract has been migrated to the blockchain. This will be performed via test RPC. So I am trying to migrate my smart contracts. Actually, before migrating, the smart contract has to be compiled. But if you're using truffle migrate, you automatically compile your contracts before migrating it to blockchain. You could see that my smart contracts has been deployed successfully. Just been migrated to the blockchain via test RPC. That it's like there are two smart contracts which are named as migrations and real estate. There is the real estate smart contract where my all functionalities resides. Um, it consists of two functionalities like transfer of the property as well as the retrieval of the current owner of the property after the purchase. So let's after migrate, let's run the our D app with the command like npm run test. Actually, this is the prototype of my project. It is not an entire project. This is not the entire which addresses everything. It's not a real application. It's a prototype of the application. As part of my project, I'm doing this as a prototype. Not it's not my entire application. So in this application, I couldn't cover the taxation in the real estate. It's just made the purchase and the transfer. It will cover the purchasing of the property as well as the transfer of the ownership. Um, this application will perform the transfer of the ownership as well as this can be made a real life application when only when the government includes the blockchain for the document for the property document registry, which instead of traditional blockchain traditional documentation, also my property documentation registry. If government able to adopt the blockchain technology in order to save the property documentation registry, so that the application like this and some other applications which will be created in the future can link with this blockchain, and they can able to make the transfer of ownership, and the registry of the transfer of the property will be stored in the blockchain, which can't be um, no one can, it's like immutable registry. No one can able to delete or make the amendment in the blockchain, then in that registry in the blockchain. So it's a real life application of this project. So let's run our application. So our project is in localhost. So I'm trying to access my project. Cool. Yeah, this is the connection request. Actually, let's consider that I'm a customer. I'm holding my wallet in MetaMask. So my applications um, requesting the customer to connect with the D app, connect the wallet with the D app with the D app. So I'm connecting my wallet with my D app. Yeah, it's successfully connected, and you can see my wallet balance. It's like my localhost or localhost balance. Okay, this is the houses which the customers has been posted, and let me try to buy one of the house with Ether. You could see the MetaMask pop up which asking for the transaction. Yeah, you could see here zero Ether. Actually, this is because I could able to do, as I told before, this is a prototype of my project. It's not an actual project actually. I could able to make the zero ether to whatever amount I mentioned, like 20 ether or 30 ether with a gas limit. Okay, actually, how the it will work, right? It's like GY, which is nothing but a denomination of ether, which is equal to one gas equal to one GY. So if I able to increase, if I could easily increase the gas limit in the truffle config, in the truffle configuration, where we will set up the network, where will be apply up well we will be applying the we will be mentioning the network, what kind of port the blockchain has to be connected. Everything I mean smart contract has to be connected. Everything will be mentioning in the truffle configuration. In that truffle configuration we can able to mention our gas limit. So if we able to as I mentioned in my document, one ether is equal to like 0 point, it's like, let me show you. uh, yeah, so one ether equal to one a lot of gy. It's like we could be able to make it twice 20 times of this gy to convert this ether to 20 ether, or 30 times of this gy to convert this 0 ether to 30 ether. And we could be able to convert it, but for the purpose of prototype I don't want to make the amendment in the code, as well as due to a time constraint I couldn't make amendment in the code. So I didn't done any changes in this code, but I'm trying to explain how this will work. Okay, and I also show you that this is the truffle configuration which I mentioned here. We have been mentioning the network and the portal, and in below that we could be able to mention our gas limit as well, so that we could decide our ether amount. Okay, and so buying this house. Let me confirm the transaction. Yeah, you could see, you could see, I can't buy this house. It doesn't allow me to buy this house because it's sold. It's sold to the address so and so address, which is nothing but the customer's address, this account's address. And you could even see the contract interaction, which is nothing but the contract execution amount. Okay, so this acts as the proof of transaction as well as the contract interaction. uh, in addition to this, we can you could even see the transaction in test RPC, which is also acts as a proof. uh, okay, so you could see that that transaction has been made from so on. So this address mean, which is nothing but a customer's address, this MetaMask address. So on see this MetaMask address to the DApp's address, which is nothing but the owner of the that house. So the customer has transferred the ether to the owner of the house to buy this house. So um, obviously this will access the proof that the owner has been changed for this house, because it will never allow anyone to buy this house, because it will be stored in the blockchain. It's less just imagine that the blockchain is governed by the government, which acts as the same traditional document registry of the property. Okay, so anyone in any platform, when then they are trying to buy that particular house, it will be stored as the owned by this address owner. So no one can claim the ownership of that property, or they can buy from this owner, not from the previous owner. The ownership has been changed to uh, the customer who recently bought this house. So this is my day app, and you could see that it's working properly. And that's it. Thank you.